Cruise ships were early hotspots for the spread of COVID-19, with thousands of passengers and crew becoming infected. Right now, the first cruise ship to resume sailing in the Caribbean since March has at least 7 people on board who've tested positive for the virus. Experts warn cruise ships are a petri dish for diseases. So what needs to change for this industry to have a future? Joining us for more is David Yeskel, a travel journalist, also known as the cruise guru. David, great to talk to you. A really important topic. Here in Canada, the country has banned cruise ships from entering the country until at least the end of February. The industry has lost billions of dollars this year alone. Brass tacks, will it ever recover?
It will recover. So there's now a plan to come back. So, in Europe for the last couple of months, there have been 2 large cruise companies operating, MSC Cruises and Costa Cruises, largely without incident. They've been sailing in the Mediterranean. So they kind of set this template about how to do cruising safely in this age. And that's going to be moved forward to other lines for cruising around the world. So in the U.S., the CDC just released these guidelines for cruising called the Framework. And they're really a set of protocols, health and safety protocols that the lines will have to follow in order to move forward safely. And hopefully that'll start up in the next few months. They've got a lot of testing to do. There's a lot of hoops they need to jump through. And then once cruising starts from U.S. ports, hopefully by the spring, that'll prompt the reopening of the Canadian ports by summer to facilitate, cruises to Alaska and the Maritimes.
Yeah, I guess, David, the question is going to be when the cruises resume, what are these companies going to look like? Because I want to bring up some drone images for our viewers. And it shows several cruise ships that have been dismantled because cruise lines are selling their parts for scraps. So is this a worst case scenario? Are they dismantling ships that were going to be put out to pasture? Or what is the health of the industry?
So these ships that you see being broken up in this yard in Turkey were ready to be put out to pasture, essentially. They were still operating, but the cruise lines know that when they come back, there's going to be on a ship-by-ship basis, they're going to bring back their newer ships first. They're more efficient than the older ships. They're able to accommodate these new health and safety protocols. So because of that, the lines realized that the older ships wouldn't come back for a long time. And let's face it, they're burning through cash at a rapid rate. They've essentially gone 8 months with no operational revenue. So besides needing the cash, they realize that these assets, they're older ships, wouldn't be efficient, won't come back right away or if ever. So I think it was a smart move by them to essentially dispose of their older assets and concentrate on bringing their newer ships back first.
So, David, if I am somebody who's been on a cruise before and I've decided I'm going to take that jump and go back in with these new health protocols that are going to be implemented, how different is my cruise experience going to be?
It's going to be radically different, Ben. So, first of all, it's going to all revolve around testing. The CDC's new regulations and all these authorities around the world are requiring that everybody, passengers and crew, be tested at the dock, at the pier, before they even board the ship. The ships are also building lab capacity on board. And once they get on board, there'll be social distancing. There'll be dining operations that have changed. I think we've pretty much seen the end of the self-service buffet at sea and on land, and masking requirements. They'll also be sailing initially with reduced capacity. So we may see only maybe 25% passenger capacity on the initial cruises, just so that they can maintain, the distancing and the health requirements. But we should remember these are interim steps. These will go on for as long as they need to go on to keep everybody safe and healthy. But I think once there's a widely available vaccine or a surefire therapeutic, that things will slowly return to normal and some of these restrictions will be lifted.
Hey, David, thank you so much for sharing your perspective with us this morning.
Thank you.